What's up, gamers? Enforcer 5150 here, and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk a little bit about the performance issues we've been experiencing in Star Wars Jedi Survivor. And in my previous video, we did talk a little bit about the poor performance in the game. And yeah, we just need to delve a little bit more into that, because even with some of the updates and the day one updates, we really haven't seen much come out of this. As I mentioned before, no matter what settings you were doing or trying, it seemed like there was nothing that was being changed, and that is mostly true. The game is definitely not optimized. This is probably one of the most poorly optimized games that I've seen come out in a while. And you know, I was around for a lot of the Call of Duty video games, but anyway, the day one patch really did nothing, and it's really disappointing to see that Respawn Entertainment, the development company behind the game, chose to use Unreal Engine 4 instead of Unreal Engine 5. I mean, UE5 has better optimization features, and it would have really helped this game run so much smoother. You know, another poor choice that the developers made here was to block or give the lack of DLSS. I don't understand why they would do that. The only thing I can think of is that they may have a hardware contract with AMD, with the FSR or whatever it's called, and I don't use it because I don't have any AMD cards. If you do have an AMD card and you're not having the performance issues, let me know, because I do want to know if there is you know, something with the AMD and NVIDIA here. See if they maybe have just really added the performance for AMD first, and then they just figured they'd wait a little bit on DLSS. And it's kind of weird because they have ray tracing in here, but they don't have the DLSS. So maybe we'll see it later on, but if they do have a hardware contract, unfortunately, we're not going to see any of that. Anyway, my friend Cluston D also had issues with the game, and so it's clear that the problems are not really limited to just, you know, my computer or the 4080. He was on a laptop, I think that runs to the 3060, and you know, it should run the game fine on medium settings. And I think he said he had to turn off ray tracing to get it to not be at a stuttering frame rate. You know, and even with the, you know, the 30 series, you still get, you know, DLSS with games like that. So hopefully, if they do add, you know, some kind of DLSS, even if it's not the 3.0 and they only use the 2.0, it would give some performance to lower end PCs or mid-range PCs as well. Oh, I did notice that the game's issues seem to be a bit more limited to the training area of the game as I started playing on for a little bit. I got about 2 hours in, and I was doing, you know, more videos. And I'm not going to release those videos, just to let you know, because it's all at 40 to 50 frames per second, and having a series of videos come out at that frame per second, I just do not want to subject my viewers to. So instead, we're going to do, you know, some of these performance ones, and then when we get to the next area, if it is better, we can, you know, get some benchmarking in, and we can get some actual gameplay in. But the performance seems to improve in those other areas, which is kind of a relief to know that, you know, it seems to be only in the beginning, but it's still really frustrating that the game's opening sequences, you know, which is supposed to be like a very exciting part for the game, is super hindered by the performance issues, and it really takes people out of the immersion of the game. It definitely took me out of the immersion of the game, because I was, you know, trying to get into it. The story is good, everything is, you know, looking great, except for, you know, the performance that you're getting, and you can't help to just be distracted by that. So as I said, day one patch really did nothing for the gameplay. Maybe that day one patch helped the stuff that's you know, past, you know, playing after about 2 hours. So maybe they just didn't do something in the beginning, but it is definitely still bad in the beginning of the game. It's a shame because, like I said, the game itself is fantastic, and the graphics, the storyline, the gameplay are all top notch, but it's just ruined by the poor PC performance. But anyway, I wanted to also let you know that I tried everything to improve the performance. There is nothing that you can do to change that performance in the beginning. I turned everything down to 720p, and I turned all graphics down, turned off ray tracing. I made it look like it was, you know, released in 2004, and yeah, it looked like crap and still only got 50 frames per second. And it's just, that's really sad to see in a new AAA game that's coming out in 2023. Anyway, I think that's all we're going to do. I am going to get some more gameplay in, and as the performance increases, I am going to try to put out some of the gameplay videos, and I will try to get some more like actual benchmarking in if the performance is, you know, a little bit more standard and not this, you know, drop it down this 720p and still get 50 frames per second. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching this video today. Make sure you hit that like button. Definitely subscribe if you're new to the channel. Y'all take care and happy gaming.